Hey guys, happy Monday. Our last Monday motivational before the end of the month. Let me see if Jackie is now set up in the office. She was flying in. I guess she had a delay. I'll make you co-host, Jackie. And then whenever you're set up and ready, just hop on. Okay. So before I forgot to hit record, I talked about going through and gathering anybody on your team that is pushing to thrive for free, hitting a rank at the end of the month, pushing for that daily PPA goal, pushing to get those free accounts, because if you have people that are hitting ranks, you want to make sure you have those 10 free accounts so that you are earning that matching bonus on any personally enrolled that's hitting it, right? Because if you don't have those 10 free accounts, you won't be able to get that matching percent. And obviously that is, 1 through 3 is 10%, 4 through 7 is 30%, 8 through 11 is 60%, and 12 and more people that hit it. And you guys, listen, I'm gonna be honest and tell you, I literally, the year I joined was 2017. We had the rank bonuses. We didn't have matching bonuses at the time, but we saw massive momentum hit that March. And I had joined in January, and I had finished off the month at like 136,000 in February. Now, obviously my volume rolled from January to February. That's pretty darn good, right? Listen, I literally hit 200K on March 24th of 2017, 24 days into the month. I told you I finished the month at 136,000 the month before in February. And that was a combination of January and February. So much momentum was created. March is March Madness, right? It gets crazy. And you are going to see ginormous numbers start to happen if you are working, if you are being intentional with opening your mouth and talking to people and so forth. You guys, I've had so many promoters reach out to me about getting restarted again, just kind of restarting their business right where it's at. People that stepped away for years, they're jumping back in. People that were customers years ago are reordering now because they're like excited and they're like, oh, summer's coming. It's right around the corner. And listen, if you don't start talking about that, people need the reminder that summer's right around the corner. They're scheduling for vacations and things like that. Some people are. I don't know how some people are taking some vacations right now because like going to the grocery store like breaks me every week. Seriously. But we have a lot of kids, and thankfully not all of them live at home anymore because wow. But I've also learned to keep on. And guess what I did? I decided I was going to start sharing some of those tips with people. And my gosh, you guys, people can relate to lots of things that you have to share. So the more people that you interact with, the more people that are going to see your Thrive post and the stuff that you bring to the table that may be what they're looking for. If you don't ever post about collagen, and like for me, every time I post about my hair, like, cause it's like way long right now, every single time somebody asks me, what are you doing? I'm like, Thrive and my collagen and just drinking lots of water. That's it. Right. And that's such a simple thing, but it's literally what I'm doing. The collagen gummies, my Thrive, and I've been on Duo Elite specifically since it launched. And those that have known me for quite some, like since 2017, I have always been a Black Label girl, but Duo Elite is my jam and I love it. And it's like literally the only comparable product I could ever say that I love, next to Black Label, right? So definitely, 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 no matter where you are in your business, if you're somebody that is sitting there and you are not qualified and active right now, then I want to challenge you to get qualified and active and shoot for your 2 customers, right? A customer can help you get qualified. And since they dropped it to 100, like now is your time. Oh, it didn't make you a co-host. There you go. Okay. I must have hit cancel when I hit for you to be added as a co-host.
No, I was on my phone for a bit and then I hopped onto my computer. Hi guys, happy Monday night motivational. I came through a snowstorm, or like almost in delays in Denver. And yes, it is very, very expensive to travel right now.
Mm-hmm.
You're absolutely right about that. I had gone on like points and stuff, and I just came back from a snowboarding trip. I kind of hurt myself. And let me just tell you, Our products are absolutely incredible. Like I just want to share, just just random sharing, okay? Because I went on a snowboarding trip and a lot of my friends are pretty expert snowboarders, right? But I was wondering because I'm not an expert, I'm not also not a beginner, but I'm also not an expert. There's a lot of things that I cannot do on the mountain. But a lot of them were just so tired because guess what? They're not thriving. They are just not thriving. But yeah, so I just came back from a snowboarding trip and came through like a snow thing and everything. But it is month end, and you guys,
Mhm.
even being away, I was able to work my business. I really, really want to emphasize that because I know it's just like it's something that if you don't get out enough, it's something that you'll take for granted, right? If we're at home and we're working our business, like, that's a whole nother thing, right? When I was able to transition to full time, it took a lot of discipline to be able to work my business full time from home, right? That's another thing that a lot of people don't talk about. Sometimes they're like, I'm going to do Thrive full time. And then, they're like, they get home and they're not disciplined enough to like actually do the work, right? But same thing, even if you're on vacation, how disciplined are you to work your business? Anywhere that you are, how committed are you to helping people to help yourself, right?
Mhm.
That is a huge thing. And then when I see the opportunity, like if I'm gonna get somebody on Thrive that day, I'm like, okay, I need to find somebody else because I'm not gonna let one sale go through without me going for that 100% bonus, right? Huge right now. Like it
Mhm.
is huge right now. And I wanted to share like little, whatever it is for your network and what you share, like if you decided I'm going to sell balance all day long, you would sell balance all day long. Okay. I just
Mhm.
want to let you guys know that sales is sales, right? If that's like if you're deciding to sell balance, you're deciding to sell balance. If you're deciding that I'm going to sell elite all day, elite packages, you're going to sell elite packages all day long. If you decide I'm going to get all couples on Thrive, you're going to get all couples on Thrive. So put it in your, vocabulary and in the time that you're talking to people and plant those seeds of exactly what you want to sell, right? If you just go in and you're selling Thrive Experience packages, like no upgrades, no nothing, you're going to keep falling a little bit short, right? For those things. But sales is sales. Whatever comes out of your mouth and whatever you believe in is what is going to sell, right? So while I was gone, I sold a couples pack and I'm like, damn, if I sell this one couples pack, I'm just gonna be short of that $400. So I immediately turned on, like, okay, I need to do balance. This person wants weight loss. I'm gonna lead them to the next step. And that's something that you guys have to do. You guys make your job easier, right? Don't be scared of scaring your customer away, right? I would rather give a customer maybe like a cashback rebate for them to hit the $400 mark, right? For a couples package plus balance. Like, hey, I'm going to throw in a free balance for you since you guys are getting a couples pack. Boom, right there. Right. That was how I was able to get my 400 PPA for the day. I don't want to fall short of that because that's money on the table, right? It's credits. Those credits that I'm getting from that could go to new customers, right? The credits that you get from the 100% payout can turn into 4 brand new customers, right? Or something. Or it can even just be products for yourself. Because if you're constantly giving away your credits every single month, sometimes at the end, it's like we have such an extensive catalog and like plus line products. Like when I went up to that mountain, you guys, I was telling Twin, I'm like, I'm bringing Move, I'm bringing Cram Plus, I'm bringing, collagen. I had my gummies, I had my balance, my biotic, my treat meal. I had literally everything because, when we're performing at high levels, whether that's like physical, mental, or like stress levels, you need all that stuff. And not to mention Sculpt, right? I had a whole package of Sculpt and I had everybody taking Sculpt. I'm like, you guys need to take this. Like, okay, what is it? All right, I'll take it. Like they just take it, right? Um, but yeah, just like those things, like you don't sleep on this 100% payout thing, right? Like try to set a goal, especially if you're getting a sale for that day, like really, really like make sure you're hungry enough to go find the rest of it, right? Because it's something that should not be slept on. It really shouldn't. I was excited. I'm like, I have to gear my mind into selling those things, right? Like either a couples pack or getting 2 customers on Thrive with a plus line product or those promoter packages and stuff. Yeah.
And can I just say, you guys, you have to believe that you can do it. It has to start with your belief. And if you don't have it in yourself, I want you to grab the person that you can lean on, whether that's your enroller, your adopted enroller, whatever it might be, that person that motivates you, that gets you excited, and you grab onto them and you let them believe in you. Let's like you guys hold each other accountable. And you know, I can't like be in somebody's inbox every day, all day long. However, I can be there and help them, support them, and cheer for them, right? But I can't make you get up and share a post or go live, or post your stories or do reach outs or follow ups or any of those things. And I'm going to tell you, if like you are just now getting restarted in this, you absolutely can reach out to old customers. You want to, right? Because they're going to, first off, they're going to see you start to share again, and that's going to get them excited. And then like if you've got a new account or whatever, then you can still reach out to those people, because if they were your customers however long ago, chances are they probably haven't been like they might not been reordering all this time. And if they haven't, well then they can get reset up with you. So you know, you just have to check in on them and find out and be like, you know, I'm thriving again. I'm reminding how good it feels. And then with the opportunity, if you had people that you did this business with before, don't be afraid to reach out with them, ask them to do it with you again, because you know what you guys all like, how you guys all did it together. You know, it's fun doing this business, but it's even funner whenever you're all achieving goals together. Right. And like I said right at the beginning, before I hit the record button, I'm going down through right now, and I'm going down through like my next to rank. Now I want to be very clear, because I want everybody to understand it does not matter if you want to hit a rank on my team or not. Okay. If you want to just come in, I have people right now inquiring and they don't have any interest in growing a team, but they are interested in this customer acquisition bonus. They are interested in, sorry, that's my Ring camera that keeps going off. They are interested in signing customers and helping people because they love Thrive. In fact, a couple of my customers have inquired about switching over to Promoter because now they know that they can make a certain amount of money by growing a team. So if you haven't emailed your customers or followed up with your customers, whether that's a reach out, it could be an email, whatever you do, to let them know, hey, I know you love Thrive, and I just want to let you know that now there's this other side that you can build a team or not build a team. And by the way, you can earn your products for free every month. There's no website fee. A lot of companies do not have that, you guys. A lot of companies do not have the ability to be commission qualified by your customer sales. There's no website fees. Our customers have a referral link. Also, right now, utilize the refer to program to get this PPA bonus, right? Helping your customer get started and then helping them thrive for free right away is going to help you get that PPA goal. And oh my gosh, I came so like, I literally thought the other day I had somebody in a chat, and the main person, her credit card declined. I don't know, it was a debit card or a credit card or what. And she has to wait for payday. But it was like a ripple. Like she had 2 referrals that she had me in a chat with, and I was talking with them, and they're like, as soon as her card declined, they were like, they held up. And they're like, okay, let me know when you get it, and then I'm going to order mine. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to hit my PPA goal that day, like as soon as they hit and they order. Because they're all 3 like talking about Duo Elite. Because why? I talked about Duo Elite. Like literally, I talk about Duo Elite. So what you talk about and what you share, that is what your customers going to be most interested in. Just like, you know, you were just talking about collagen or sculpt or balance or whatever it is, whatever you share, that's what people know about. So if you don't ever share about anything else, nobody knows about anything else except for the 3 steps, if that's all you ever put out there. So if you don't, and listen, maybe you don't have a lot of products on hand, that's okay. You can still share stories in your stories. You can still talk about something that you want to try. Maybe it's detox. And listen, detox was a game changer for me. I'm not very disciplined when it comes to detox. I always like struggle with it a little bit, but I say progress over perfection every time, because truly it literally helped cleanse my system exactly the way I needed to. Because you guys know I had a lot of issues going on. And I know that certain things got back to normal after my detox. Like I saw it. I saw it on my lab work. Okay. So I know how beneficial that was for me. And then just also the way that you eat when you're doing detox also just helps with like cleansing your liver naturally and so much more. So there's so many benefits that I'm not going to get into all of that tonight. But what I do want you guys to know is that this PPA goal, daily goal, I want you to envision a bill that you could pay with it this week. Like even just hitting it one time, what what bill do you have that's like $200?
I mean, I got
Okay.
another thing too. If you have any promoter customers, right? Promoters who have maybe fallen off, they're no longer working the business, but they are definitely thriving, right? Maybe they're not even thriving every month. Maybe they just kind of buy during the sales and stuff. I had two promoters come back. They're not even my direct, right?
Yeah.
There's somebody on my team, right? But they kind of saw me really excited because I did go live about the 100% payout. And they're like, hey, what is this thing? And I told them, I'm like, hey, are you still in the product? They're like, yes. And I'm like, do you have any friends that can, place their first time orders? Like, their first time orders, you're going to get paid 100% payout. And they're like, yeah, they went and found people so easily, you guys. Like you just tell them what's available for them. That's all you have to do, right? Tell them, hey, this is available. If it's a first time order, boom. She went and signed two people, like three people even, I think, to hit she's like, I have to do 400 QV. Okay. Another one did it, right? That's how you guys are going to grow your volume, right? Like love people where they're at, but make sure that
Yes.
you guys are also offering them what's on the table for them, right? Because it's not just about us. It really isn't. Like it doesn't really do me any good if I'm just signing everybody myself, right? I want the team to win and people who have been here for, whether they stayed or not, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
they've been here for maybe like 3 years and they're thriving. They're still loving the product. This opportunity is still available for them, even that they've been checked out for like however long. But it's bringing them back. And when they do hit, you guys, I'm actually still celebrating them. I shout them out. They're reposting it. They're like, yes, I'm still on my product, right? They're unboxing their recent shipments and stuff. And like, yeah, I've been still thriving. I just haven't been sharing it. And I'm very blunt on my posts too. I put on my post I even said there, I'm like, you know what? I even have a girlfriend who does not post like I post, but she's still able to make money, right? Like, and I put it out there and she reposted it. Like it's
Yeah.
important that you're transparent because when you're someone like me or when you're somebody like, Angela Twin or any of you guys who constantly are posting about Thrive, right? There's a lot of people that, we post a lot about Thrive and sometimes our audience is going to be like, Jackie, I can't do what you do, right? I
Mm-hmm.
I can't post that much or they have these limiting beliefs that they can't do what we do, but you don't have to do what we do, right? Like it's just if you want it to
Right.
be if you want the big paychecks, if you want it to be intense, then yeah, you got to probably do what we do. But if you just want to earn a little bit and share it as you go, like that opportunity is still there, right? So don't sleep on those
Absolutely.
things. Because yeah, you want to be able to kind of attract everybody, like, without diluting yourself.
I'm glad that you said that because I think a lot of people think that they have to quit working. Or, you know what, you guys, I got to tell you, when I am working full time, I do this business better. I'm better with my time management because I was like super like way more intentional with my time. And not saying I'm not now because I am, but I have to be like, okay, for instance, I have to set time where I don't look at my phone. Okay, like I do not look at my Facebook Messenger because Facebook Messenger will blow up and like I will be stuck in it all day long and I will get nothing else done besides answering questions. So I have to limit the time that I spend there because I know I will get sucked into chats and it'll just eat me alive and I will get nothing else done. I'll get no content posted or anything. So what do I do? I go, okay, like I want to get a story out. All right, Amanda, you need to interact with people. You need to add people. You need to check your friends list. You need to do some follow ups. You need to do some reach outs. I need to connect with people, right? I need to connect with people. I need to put something out there where it's like dripping on people. I also want to help my current team and I want to be able to cheer them on. However, you guys, the longer I've been in this industry, the longer I can tell you, you cannot make people work that don't want to work. You just can't. You can inspire them, like, sure, but unless they decide to post or they decide to work their business and be intentional with it, you can't do it for them. So don't try to, but still let them know, hey, I'm here. You want to do this or what? Right? The thing is like you can't do it for them, but you can be there for them. You can support them. You can cheer for them. But they have to make that first step for sharing. They have to make that first step for posting. And you know what happens a lot of times? As soon as they start sharing and they take the position of, hey, I'm doing this, people see that and people start reaching out. Like people come out of the woodworks that like the moment you say, I'm claiming this, or I'm going to achieve this, or I'm going after this, or hey, I'm thriving again. Why? Because nothing else compares to the way I feel when I'm thriving. Nothing. I've tried it all. Maybe you left and you tried a whole bunch of different things in between. Or maybe you took some time off and then you were thriving. Like I just had somebody that just got restarted. Last week, I see he's on right now. He's on a Zoom. He's plugged in. Okay. Shout out Dustin. He hadn't ordered you guys for almost 3 years. It was like 2.5 years. And guess what? He says, I missed the way I felt when I was thriving. You guys, he has been going live. He has been sharing his Thrive experience. He is on this Zoom right now. And that's telling me, hey, I'm ready to do this. Right. I know what he's capable of doing because his messages are always so powerful and he's such a positive person anyway. So I'm like, oh man, I need all your energy, Dustin. I love it. Because it's like it drips out to everybody else, right? Because then we see somebody else that is different than the way that we're doing it, and they're just going out there and just being themselves and sharing what they truly love about the product. And then so there's some people out right now that are doing like TikTok is like helping them blow up. I'm going to tell you guys, TikTok is like the hidden gem. If you can get in the right zone of people watching your stuff, you are going to blow up. Oh, and I see Hannah. I see Hannah on here right now, and I just gave her a shout out. You guys, I'm sure a lot of you guys, I tried to tag a bunch of people, and then I just kind of got haywire, and then I missed tagging some. And anyways, I just go, and Hannah's hit the daily bonus 5 times. She hit the weekly bonus. You guys, she had dropped all the way back to brand promoter, and she hit the 4K rank advancement bonus, and she's halfway damn near to 12K now. And she's gotten a whole bunch of new promoters that have joined her. Just like, listen, if you have extra stock, she's incentivizing new customers with a freebie, right? Because she had some extra staff. That's smart. That's genius. In fact, Hannah, are you able to talk? Are you able to talk? Would you be able to give some tips to people? Because like hitting it 5 times, you guys, this has been out like since last Monday. Like that's incredible. I'm gonna hit the unmute you. Did it do it? Let me see. Yes. Hannah,
Can
can
you
you
hear me?
share? Because you guys almost all of them? All of your promoters quit. Like all of them dropped off, didn't they? For the most
Um,
part.
yeah, everybody who was working left when the whole crowd left. They all left.
Mhm.
I have two people who they don't really work it. They just use the product. So yeah, I lost everybody
Yeah,
who
but
was
you
actually working in the
also
business.
and you know, you guys listen, life happens, things go on, right? And sometimes when people leave, it's defeating. It is defeating, okay? And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It is hard. In fact, it's probably one of the most challenging things I've ever gone through in my business over the last 11 years. Anytime there are a bunch of people that leave, right? So I wanted to ask Hannah, and I asked her a little bit before the Zoom if she was going to be able to get on, if she would be able to share some tips on, because listen, I am watching her volume just explode right now. Explode. To hit that 5 times, will you give some tips to people what you're doing?
So the biggest thing is obviously with the kits, the promos going on in the kits, stocking up on product. I always I'm a big advocate for being a product of the product. I have a family of 7 and we use pretty much every product that we sell. Um, and I've been trying to post more about the opportunity than necessarily the product itself because there's so much money to be made right now. And everybody struggles, you know what I mean? Like, especially those who don't get assistance and things like that. I'm a nurse, mom of 5. So yeah, things get very expensive. So I try to switch it up and post throughout the day. I do promos for my team, for new customers, new promoters, just out of my own stock. Like no cash back because I obviously, don't have that myself. So it's literally just giving stuff that I already have or stuff that I can use credits to order or reorder, um, and follow up. Like I have been following up and messaging all day, every day, literally. The last 2 days, I've signed promoters with 800 packs, and that's what's helped me just by doing incentives.
Yep. I wanted to point that out though. She is not giving cash backs, you guys. So for those people that literally are like, but I can't incentivize without if you have extra products sitting around, like that's a great thing to incentivize with. But also, you guys, their volume is going to be, and their volume is going to roll into March. If they join right now, they're going to get their volume this month, and then that volume is going to roll into March, and that's going to put them in a position. So, say somebody gets an 800 pack, they're already starting off at 12K or at 1200. Like they are literally, pretty darn close to being almost halfway to 4K. So now they help some people get started, hit VIP 800, VIP 1600. Those people get 4K next month. And they might even create enough momentum within their team to go 12K. Who knows, But I know that like her goal is also, she's also aiming for the customer acquisition bonus. And she said she's posting a lot about the opportunity right now, because of the current promos. You guys, you got to learn to bounce off of what the company is putting out there, right? So we have this daily PPA thing, but we also have the 50% volume increase on the upgrade packs. We also have the free shipping for first time customers. So between now and month end, a good tip, what Hannah just said, following up. Okay. Listen, a lot of you guys have gold right in your cloud office of free customer accounts that you have signed that you've never reached back out to. So I challenge you guys over the next couple days to truly follow up, whether that is a text message because you have their phone number, whether that is an email, whether that is a message on Facebook or Instagram or wherever you met them. Hannah, is there any other tips that you want to give anybody? Because listen, you guys, she started at ground zero. So a lot of you are down here at ground zero and you're saying, okay, I have no promoters working. I have no customers really like that are reordering. But then she started following up and I guarantee that helped reorder customers, but also new customers. Are you also, besides giving like one extra tip that you would give somebody that was maybe restarting their business, or somebody that's brand new, or somebody that's been around for a while that just kind of lost their fire, what would you tell them? Because her fire is freaking burning hot right now.
So the biggest thing is honestly, I don't get on a lot of Zooms, but I do recommend at least getting on one here or there because just listening to other people's success and other people's stories and how it's changed their life, like it's life changing. Honestly, like I've been in this company 7 years next month and I've had ups and downs. You know what I mean? Like I've went through the turmoil. I've made excuses. I'm not going to say I haven't. You know what I mean? Amanda has seen me drop to the lowest. And she's seen me explode in 2 days. So, it's a big difference. But I hear all the time, even with people who are interested in the opportunity, I don't have time. I don't have time. You know what I mean? Like I don't have the funds. It's free to join. You know what I mean? It's free to run. No other company out there is like that. Trust me, I've looked into them. I've been with multiple other companies in the past, but I work full time. I have 5 kids. I'm married. You know what I mean? I do it all. I also have a business that me and my husband started last year. So if you can just post here or there and follow up with messages, your time will come. But you have to make that effort, even if it's half hour a day, you know what I mean, split up in increments. It doesn't matter. You have to make the time because if you don't make the change, nothing in your life will change.
Absolutely. I love you, Hannah. Thank you so much, honey. Like you guys literally, like I knew that she was going to give something that's so much quality because honestly, like I have seen she's doing the do. Like she is following up like a crazy. And I'm like, listen, tomorrow we got to have a little chat. I want to know like in detail, like what you're doing, But I also wanted to ask her tonight a little bit to kind of share some stuff because the reality of it is it will be a game changer with you guys. 80 to 100% come like in your follow-up on 12 through 14 or 8 through 12 follow-ups or something along those lines, I think is what the statistics is. It's like a person will ask you about joining or ask you about a product, but then they don't actually join until follow up 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let that set in. How many people have you only talked to one time? They created the account, or maybe a couple times, and then they finally created the account. Or you can count that follow up a couple times before they actually created the account. But guess what? Follow up with them a couple more times, because you never know when that time's coming. You never know when somebody just got laid off. So somebody that once wanted to be a customer might now say, holy moly. Like, I was a big hell no, you guys. I was a big nope, not even going to look at it, not even going to entertain it. And then I was in a position, I needed to pay for my dad's funeral. I needed to pay, like, it was months beforehand, and I was in debt. Like, the funeral home was calling me every day, like wanting the rest of the money. And I joined Lavelle, and I ran hard, and I had that funeral home paid off the month. Not even, it was like a month, within a month and a half of me joining Lavelle, I had the funeral home paid off. And literally it was just from getting paid. Like, that's what, to be honest with you, it was like, this rank advancement bonus, this is what's going to equal. And that's what paid it off. And I want you guys to know, like, when you attach a goal to something in real life, that will make for you, like what your actions are to achieve that goal, you will be more likely to do, because this is going to buy groceries this week. I just seen somebody that was previously on our team, and she restarted, and she's a sideline now. But she was doing DoorDash, and she was like, I don't have to be drowning in my car this next week, because she had hit like the $1,000 the weekly bonus. And you guys, that's life changing. That means that's more time she has with her kid. That is a huge, huge blessing. So when you have a reason, or what is going to result because of you sending that follow-up message, you will start to not care about somebody telling you no. Because the more no's you get, like, read the book, Go for No. If you struggle with getting told no, first off, it's not personal. Somebody tells you no, it is not personal. Okay. They just don't have the money right now. They don't really feel like doing it right now. They're not motivated to get like in shape right now. They're not motivated to use the money towards that right now. They've got to pay their water bill, their electric bill, or their, electric bill, their rent, whatever it is. Okay. Somebody may just not want to do it right now. Okay. And that's okay. But it might be now that they like say, okay, wait a second. I need to find a way to get my rent by next week. And you're telling me if I hit this bonus, if I get this much in sales, I can get $1,000 bonus. Well, yeah. And then that's not even counting the commissions that come into play with that. And chances are, if you get that 2,000 weekly bonus, and you're getting that $1,000 extra on your paycheck, not only are you probably getting that weekly pay, but you probably hit the daily pay a couple times too, right? Take the time. 2 people I'm signing as partners have been following me for 2 years. This is from Angela, you guys. She's been GOAT for the past 3 years in a row. And she says, follow me for 2 years. I kept speaking in direct. They finally found the courage, but I had to repeat polls, etc. Yes. Listen, if you guys do, she says a lot of people are afraid to reach out. You got to do the reach out. So listen, polls and things like that, you guys save them and repost them. It doesn't matter if you repost those every day, okay? In your stories and stuff, people don't always see them. So remember, when you're putting a post up, people are not seeing your stuff every day. How many times you log on Facebook or wherever, and people are like, I don't even see people I know, right? Well, guess what? Go and be intentional with who you're interacting with, like and love, and on people's posts. This time of the year, I like to really touch up on my memories and like get in touch with like different people that I haven't talked to. Why? Because I know that this time of the year, if people are going to join, it's now. It's right now. It's when the most is on the table. So I know that it might not be the right time for them. I don't want them to join if it's not the right time. However, there's some people that have been watching for 2 years. Yes, takes time. And I want you guys to realize that we all joined this company for a reason. So remember your why. Absolutely. Remember why you got started to begin with. For me, it was health reasons, but also I needed life and excitement and I needed money. Just being honest, I needed money. I was working full time and I went 200K while I was working full time. So know that it absolutely can be done and you do not have to pick and choose. It does not have to be Lavelle or your job. It can be if you want it to be, but it doesn't have to be. And like I said, you guys, honestly, I've always worked definitely more productively when I was working because I just seemed like to spend those time. Jackie, yeah,
Oh, I was clearing my throat, but I did want to add because Jason Jorgensen, who's our new corporate strategist,
I
right?
love him.
I do too. I love having, the masculine energy because we need it. We definitely do in a very woman dominant, like
Yes,
company, like just women dominate, they just share thrive more, right? But there's so many, we have a lot of men millionaires though, by the way. I just want to point that out.
yes,
No, but what he was saying is just like whatever it is that your goal is, set aside 1 hour intentional every day and just work on that goal. One
absolutely.
hour. He said that and I'm like, you know what? Like I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try that because I have a lot of things going on myself too, right? I have the kids, I have, my business, I have other things going on too. And I really was thinking about that. If I had 4 hours a day, if I took those 4 hours and intentionally put, 1 hour into this, 1 hour into this, 1 hour into this, 1 hour into this, I would have a lot more balance and my life would be moving forward a lot. So something that, if you guys want to try it out, like try it and see what it does for you, see what it does for your business. And, I love that she shared her story earlier about going
Mhm.
from like nothing and coming back. Not a lot of people can do that. I'm just gonna be completely honest with you. It takes a lot of guts and a lot of courage, and kudos to you for sharing that. And yeah, like I love that. You know what, Jamie Pekka, Amanda's upline, is another one who can do that. She can literally turn on out of nowhere and then sign like 10 people. Like she's
Yes,
just
she's
like
nuts.
I don't know. I just like I'm not gonna say that I can't do that, but I definitely admire people who can do that. Um, sorry, there was something I was gonna say. Oh, I was gonna talk about in March, you guys, kind of like what Amanda was saying. If you guys are intentionally working your business now, you guys are gonna see a lot of 4Ks and 12Ks exploding in the month of March. And those 12Ks and 4Ks is what it takes for you guys to go 40K. Okay, there used to be a roadmap looking thing in our old compensation plan that was I'll never forget it. And I don't know why they took it out.
Have it. I
You,
have it.
I
Yeah,
love
I'm
it.
gonna post it.
It's one of my favorite things because it clearly says if you want to get to 4K, you need to help people, hit their VIPs. If you want to get to 12K, you need to help people go 4K, right? Always think of the last level that you just leveled up from and try and help your people achieve that. That's how you're going to get to where you want to go, right? Just keep on breaking that down. It's kind of like a macro formula, right? The secret sauce is literally just to help the next person, right? Help them get to where you just came from, right? Like literally that's what you got to do. So if you guys can just kind of like, think about that and just help people through the next step and get them to that point, right? You will get to where you want to go. But yeah, I love that thing when I saw it. I never forgot about it.
Yeah. Oh, I turned my video off for a second, but yeah, I actually just came across the other day and I thought I put it in my one album. So I'm looking right now and I'll put it. Oh, there it is. Well, here's the roadmap to 4K. I'm gonna post it real quick. But I know there's another one too. And it says like, oh crap. Let me hit the edit button maybe. I have the other one too that has like this is the one I have this one, but I know which one you're talking about. The one that has like a tree or something. I don't know what it has on it, but this one also is one of those roadmaps too. I'll post it in the Dream Team page and I'll post it in the comments of this event. But I also put I know that I have it somewhere else in my phone as well. Um, I know I had it. Where was it? And you guys, if you go to the documents as well, I put in there all these different like they're kind of like your own little checkoffs, kind of, like you have the little dials in Cloud Office. Like if you hit these things, you'll have all of your stuff. You'll have your qualified and active. You have your, um, four qualified and active legs, or if you want to get all the maximum payout, you have eight, personal, whatever, your 10 customers, your two legs, and how much volume you need to have outside of them. But remember this, at the end of the day, it comes down to, um, and actually, Hannah just said it right there. The more people that you help, the more that you are going to grow. And I know that it's easy and it's so hard not to compare yourself, but I want you to know you do not know what somebody else has been going through. You do not know what is pushing them to have that drive behind them. But also, right now, you guys, it's a matter of a lot of people feeding their families, a lot of people paying their bills, a lot of people being able to not get evicted, or get their lights turned off. Like I just saw somebody in Canada, and I'm not sure where she's located in Canada right off the bat, but her electric bill was literally 700 and something dollars. And my mouth just dropped because the tax that they had, I said, holy moly. Like it was like $100 just in this tax. And I was like, what kind of tax is that? Um, Holy moly, like that's crazy town. And I'll be honest with you, like I told my kids, like, hey, one of them wanted to get a new phone this past week. And I said, you can take over your bill, but you still have $500 on your phone that you're still paying on if you want to pay that off. Otherwise, you can wait till I pay the bill and then I'll transfer the phone to you, and then you can take over that bill and you can add whatever you want to it. But I already pay a $550 a month phone bill. And that's with a 25% nursing discount. Okay. So that set in for cell phones, for kids, for all of our kids. I pay for them all. And like we just told him too about like car insurance. Like car insurance is expensive. Um, Tim and I have like 6 different vehicles and kids on ours, all newer drivers. Um, and one of them with an accident, that's Layla, because she had an accident literally less than a year into driving, and she's now 20. But we have 18-year-olds, 20-year-olds, 19-year-olds, 21 almost year olds, 25-year-olds. We have a lot of people on our car insurance. So we're like, hey, you want to go and get this, or you want to upgrade something, you're taking over that payment because it's expensive. And honestly, our kids need to learn that lesson as well. Like we've helped them with certain stuff, but there comes a point where they want to be big kids. Now they get to be big kids, right? But obviously, like Leah and Colton are still, they're like Colton's graduating school this year. We don't want him to be stressed about stuff. We want him to finish out the school year, and not be stressing about things like that. So we have a rule: if you're in school, like we have no problem taking care of those things for you. If you're like in between jobs or something, we have no trouble taking care of. Otherwise, they have to pay a percentage of their bill. And I think that's pretty fair, for the kids. It's like, okay, like if you're in school or you're transitioning between jobs or something came up, a car breakdown, then we're going to help you. However, if you're not any of those things, then you have to learn adult responsibility. And I think that is a great way to kind of like ease into adulthood, especially as they're getting apartments and places. And one of our boys just got a promotion and got a store tonight, and a salary position. And so we're super excited for him, and it's not super far away. No Ohio and no Buffalo this time. So we're like, yay, it's within an hour drive, and we'll take it because it's so close to home. But that also means that he won't have to be traveling super far. And he'll still be close to family and stuff like that between whenever he's not working. Where before we'd have to take like 4 hours, we'd have to take an entire day to go see him because you're 4 hours there, 4 hours back or so, you know? But anyways, that's off topic. And I really kind of started talking about him because that's what he's been driving 2 hours to work and 2 hours home from work every day. You guys, his gas he has spent literally, he's had to fill up twice a week every week, for like the past year. And that has been very, very costly for him. So taking this position that's closer to home is such a nice thing because it's going to cut back on how much he's been spending. And a lot of people that travel, or some people want to be able to put their kids in daycare for a couple of days. Some people don't want their kids in daycare. So it's going to be sharing the opportunity and reminder that not everybody wants to be a millionaire. I didn't even think that was possible. Okay. I just wanted to make like $300 to $500 a month. And I can guarantee you, if you started sharing that, you're going to find a lot of people that just want to make $300 to $500 a month. That would be a game changer for them to be able to buy their groceries, or have the money when their kids want to be in activities to buy the shoes for their kids, especially like a lot of stay-at-home moms that maybe don't work, or maybe they do, but I know a lot of ladies that have come to me, they just wanted some extra money so they didn't have to put that extra on their husbands. And that really made them feel good. Like they hit this bonus and that was extra spending money. Then they like surprised their husbands with a getaway, or some kind of trip that they could take them on or whatever. And that is something very real for people. So when they set those smaller goals in the beginning of thriving for free, getting their product for free, they don't have to worry about paying for that, because that is an expense. So people don't have the money for. We want to help them find a solution. And then once they're getting a weekly paycheck, don't ever look at needing to get your product as like you invest in it once and then you should be having your business pay for it after that. It should always be something that's like a perk for your business, right? Because every weekly paycheck is something that you can either invest in your business or something you can pay towards bills, set aside your taxes, whatever it may be. And so forth. So remember your write-offs, because it is tax season. And I'm not going to get into the write-offs, and we're not going to get into tax season because anyways. Amanda's dealing with the fun of 2020 divorce time, and that was a shit show time anyways, right, in the world. So I'm working with the state lady and she's not very friendly, okay? She's not very friendly. And by the way, I found my pink cap under my foot. Um, but is there anything else that you can think of, Jackie, for tonight? Because you guys listen, it's month end. We have an extra day because it's leap year. And so we have an extra day. So you have today's what, the 26th, the all day the 27th, all day the 28th, and all day the 29th, and the rest of tonight. To still continue to shoot for whatever goal it is you have for yourself, whether that is thriving for free, getting commission qualified, earning the daily PPA bonus, or hitting a rank for the first time, or re-ranking for the first time in a long time, or whatever it may be. And do not take that off the table, because honestly, I've seen crazier things happen.
I got 3 tips, the 3 biggest tips. I mean, there's just so many ways to maximize on our compensation plan right now, but it's definitely going to be with helping people thrive for free. That's always my top priority, just because there's a crunch time with the last couple days of the month that we have, right? So what I will do is I'll go through my customers and I'll see who's ordered, if anybody is a referral, right? If they were a referral, I'll reach out to their referrer and I'll say, hey, all you need is one more. They'll usually go and get it, because those Thrive for Free credits is a lot, right? Saving somebody $150 on their next month's package is huge. So help people thrive for free. That's usually my first one that I always go to. Also the 400, the daily PPA, that is really going to boost your personal momentum huge. And then the second thing is, right now with the all the way until the end of the month, is our current promo with the boosts, right? Those are probably the biggest 3 things that I would focus on right now. You guys have the power to do that yourself, right? You guys don't have to really like rely on a team to make that kind of momentum happen in your business, right? That's kind of where the ground zero starts. And then once you've covered all your personal bases and that you've worked your business, then you can start branching out into reaching out to your team, right? Who are your runners, getting them to do that exact same action, and doing it early, right? Like if you are taking the action yourself, write down those things and literally reach out to your runners and be like, hey, this is what I'm doing. Like, run with me, right? Because then that way you guys will be doing it at the same time. That's how you guys are going to catch momentum in your teams. I'm going to be completely honest when it comes to month end. Sometimes we do it on the last day of the month, and it's just like, damn it, if we had just done it a couple days earlier and done that exact same thing every day a couple days earlier until the end of the month, we would have crossed the mark, we would have hit the ranks, we would have done those things, right? So, nothing to get down on yourself as long as you give it your all, right? If you guys are putting in all your numbers by the end of the month, those are the same people who are going to reorder in March. So never sandbag your stuff, right? Like build it now, because those same people who are going to order in February are going to be the ones ordering at the end of March, and the ones who are going to be reordering again at the end of April. Who knows? They might even be ready to flip or refer, right? In the next following months and stuff. And that's how you kind of like build that momentum in your business, right? You want your business to expand and grow. You don't want it to just kind of sit there and then somebody's like, oh, I'm gonna fall off because I can't afford it, right? Well, we have a solution. We should never get to the point where somebody says that they can't afford it, because at that point we probably haven't said enough of that. Hey, there's an option for you to thrive for free. Do you have any friends? Can I help you out with any samples? Has anybody asked you? Has anybody seen any changes, right? Has anybody asked you about your patch? Those are little keywords and stuff that you guys can ask people, right? I have a girl who just started her detox and she's posting it, she's shouting me out. But my next step is I'm going to say, hey, if you want to earn some extra money doing this, or if anybody asks you about the detox, let me know, because I will hop into a message for you, or I will, I'll help you get them on Thrive. So that would be like the next step, right? Getting your people to kind of open up, themselves, their networks a little bit, and you guiding them. That's probably the best tip I have for the end of the month. But yeah, you guys, I know, if you guys put in the work, that in March and Feb and April, you guys are going to see a lot of 4Ks and 12Ks popping. And if you guys are already at that 12K rank, I mean, the 12K to, what is that thingy? Oh my God.
This is one of these roadmaps also,
Yeah, I mean, those
and
are,
it breaks down the VIPs also.
but yeah, I mean, like you guys will see the momentum explode, right? Like just, I really, that 4, 12, and 40K, like that's a lot of the stuff that I see happening in these months, right? But yeah.
Yep. All right, guys. Hannah, thank you for sharing tonight. Jackie, thank you so much. You guys, I believe in you, and I know every single one of us can achieve great things if we just set our minds to it and we decide to go for it, right? So most of it has to start with you saying, you know what, I'm going to do this. I deserve it. My family deserves it. There are people out there, you guys, literally earning these things every single day, and it's just they're opening their mouth, right? So just be intentional, help people. Somebody needs energy, somebody wants to get off the couch and play with their kids, somebody wants their health back. I have seen the most incredible transformations over the last 7 years since being part of Lavelle. And honestly, it gave me my life back, because other people stories from me having my gastric sleeve, actually that came because I went to a leadership retreat, and a couple of the ladies had been down the same journey, battled the same hormonal issues that I have. And a lot of people do not even understand that. And that's honestly why I partnered up with I actually partnered up with somebody that's doing Botox and filler, and I'm helping him with promoting, but he also does the semaglutide, and I'm going to help educate the patients on that, because the semaglutide works similar to how the gastric sleeve works, in like hormone reset and so forth. And that's why it's so great for pre-diabetics and diabetics, with helping them get their blood sugars regulated, because a lot of people don't realize the pancreas hormone, okay, insulin, all of that stuff is all related. So anyways, I love you all. I believe in you. Let's finish the month strong and go into March. Like, March Madness is a true crazy month. So I want to see us all winning. And then I can't wait to see who all earns the getaway and who I get to see there. I haven't earned it yet, but I will, as soon as the month rolls over and I hit my PPA goal. But listen, I'm going to see somebody there because Tim, it's going to be his first cruise ship. And then I'm going to see whoever's at Thrive Palooza as well. So, all right, guys, I love you all. Have a good night.